Hey guys, in this video I'm going to talk about why it's so important to know which muscles in your body are not activated well enough and to focus on those underactive muscles so that the overactive muscles don't get overworked. You've probably been there before. You had some tightness in your neck or in your hip flexors or in your back, and you started stretching out this part of your body or doing some kind of myofascial release techniques to loosen it up, maybe even getting a massage from someone, and the next day or 2 days later it just gets tight again. And you did that again and again, and you never really get rid of that tightness in the long run. And the reason for it often is that we don't look at the muscles that are not activated well enough that cause these muscles that have to compensate for the underactivation of the other muscles, and that causes them to get overworked and get tight. So we need to focus on the underactive muscles that are supposed to do the job in order to have long-lasting effects. Because if we don't do that, the tightness will come back again and again. So with this cool muscle activation sensor system called MyoAct, we can measure the activation of all muscles in your body. And as you can see here on my iPad, you can see in real time how activated the muscles are. If I pull my shoulder up, you can see, boom, the activation goes skyrocketing. And that is, as I said, so important because now we can look at, okay, which muscles are doing the job and which ones are not. If, for example, I'm doing a push-up, how much is my neck working compared to my latissimus, compared to my lower trap, and the muscles that are supposed to also work. And if they don't work well enough, I probably pull the shoulder up towards my ear. And as you can see here, if I do that, it skyrockets the activation of those muscles. So even if you don't have a sensor system like this, which I highly recommend, MyoAct, check it out. I'm not affiliated with them, but I'm using it in my work, and it's really, really helpful. But even if you don't have that, you can do the following test to measure or to give you an idea of how often you activate your neck muscles in your everyday life. So for that, what you do is you have your arms stretched out in front of you. Your hand is at shoulder level. Your elbow is completely straight, and you push your arm forward first. And now you pull the shoulder back while you externally rotate, so outwardly rotate your arm. And you want to make sure that you keep your elbow straight, you keep the hand at the level of the shoulder, and you keep the shoulder low. Look at the activation here. If I keep the shoulder low, it stays in about 50 or below. But now look at what happens when I actually do this and I pull the shoulder up towards my ear. It goes up like crazy, even over 1,000, which I don't even do, anything with weight or stuff, but it's going up like super high. And if I keep doing that in my everyday life, then these muscles will get overworked over time. So a way to just learn to set your scapula properly, to activate the muscles that pull the shoulder blades back and that keep the shoulder blade low, is this simple motor control exercise. You will find yourself probably pulling the shoulder towards your ear in the beginning, bending your elbow or lowering your arm, trying to cheat your way around so that those muscles don't have to work. But the more you do it, the better you will get. And when you then use that in certain exercises, when you do a cable roll, for example, and you really try to keep the shoulder low, keep activating the latissimus and your lower traps, and you now really pull the shoulder back while keeping the shoulder back. So you want to bring the shoulder back while you pull it back. You don't want to, and that's what often happens, you don't want to bring the shoulder forward, or you don't want to pull the shoulder up, because as you can see now again, it's like going up like crazy again. So try to first do this one and then integrate it into any kind of pulling exercise, but also, and it's really important, pushing. Because a lot of times I see, even in yoga, when they do the chaturanga, where they go down from a push-up position and they bring the shoulders forward, or they pull them up towards the ears, and you see the great activation of those neck muscles, and they have tight neck muscles all the time. And so it's really important there to learn to activate the right muscles in order to not having to stretch these neck muscles out again and again, right? So this, as I said, is just one example. When it comes to the neck, it's important to know, which muscles in your body are really not doing their job properly, and that might be the root cause of why other muscles and joints get overworked and get tight and start to become painful. So I will link a few exercises in regards to the activation of those muscles under this video, because I've shown you those in my previous video. But in general, what's important to know and to remember is, don't only look at the muscles that are overactivated and that are tight and stretch them out. That might be a good starting point. If I did that before, if I stretched this out before, I wouldn't have that much of a activation in my resting position. As you can see, my right shoulder here is more activated than the left in my resting position. So if I would either learn to keep it low and to relax it, or learn to stretch it out, then it would lower it, and I wouldn't use that neck muscle that much with whatever I'm doing. Even when I'm typing on my computer, I tend to overwork my right neck muscle. So, as I said, learn to activate and focus on activating and strengthening the muscles that are not activated well enough, and that will help you to get rid of your problems in the long run.